Hey, what's going on, world? It's your nutrition and wellness guy, me, Chef D. And I didn't wake up feeling so well today. I mean, it was one of those days where my throat feels all crazy, a lot of congestion. I feel like there's fluid buildup in my chest. And typically, I just get up, I make a sangria or I make an elixir, and within a day or two, I'm back on track. However, I realized that now I support a whole community of people who also want to stay well, and you want your family to be well, especially during the winter seasons where we all start to feel those same symptoms. I got you. So today we're going to make my Chef D's Holy Sangria. And this sangria part means there's not any alcohol in it. It's just a lot of fruit. And it's a really hearty, comfort-filled elixir or beverage that we're going to make right here on camera. We're going to cut some fruits and we're going to have some fun on this one. This is something that I plan to release on the market down the road, but here I want to share it with you all first, and hopefully it helps you and your family as we get through these winter months and the weather's changing. It's warmer days, cooler nights. We in this together. However, before I can introduce the true stars of this episode, please subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much. Like this video. Thank you as well. But more importantly than those two things, share this with somebody in your life who you truly care about when it comes to their nutrition and wellness journey. Now let's get into it. All right, so for our sangria, first and foremost, we have coconut water. You could do it with pulp or no pulp. Just make sure it's 100% coconut water. Next is pineapple juice. We're going to be using pineapple chunks as well for the Holy Sangria, but we're also going to use a juice. This is going to help with the volume and some of the sweetness, the natural sugars that come from the pineapple juice. Talking about sweetness, we're going to do some raw honey. You're more than welcome to use a processed honey, but for the Chef D elixir, this Chef D Holy Sangria, we're going to use raw honey because there are more properties in here, antioxidant properties in here that helps contribute to a stronger immunity. We're going to do sea salt to bring out the flavor of these components as well, these ingredients, and to balance out some of the acidity. We have some cloves here, which is a very interesting ingredient, and you will appreciate it as it cooks down and simmers with these ingredients. We have some fresh cinnamon bark. You're more than welcome to use ground cinnamon if you can't get your hands on a cinnamon stick. We have blueberries. You're more than welcome to use frozen. We have oranges, 2 of them there. We have 2 apples. You're more than welcome to use green apple or any variety of apple. We're going to cut them up with the skin, so it's going to be fun. It's going to add an apple cider component to this sangria. We have 3 lemons in here. Good old-fashioned, reliable, hard-working ginger. One of my favorite ingredients, and one of the medicinal, I'm all stumbling on my words, one of the most medicinal properties in all of these ingredients. That ginger really works hard. It kicks butt. We have mango, we have a grapefruit in here, and obviously we have already covered that we are doing the pineapple. And last but not least, some cranberries. Now, cranberries come fresh in season. However, you can always purchase them frozen, which is okay. You don't want to do the jelly cranberry or the cranberry that comes in the sauce because they're 2 different things. All right, cool. So let's get this bath started. So right off the bat, just know we're not here to boil down or cook down any of these ingredients. We're here to create an infusion of a sort. So we're here to create a sangria, an elixir, where we put all these components together and allow them to mingle and tingle together. Tingle, not tussle. We just want to tingle. So we just want a little bit of bubble in there. So we're going to get this bath water ready. I'm going to call it the sangria bath water. We're going to add the liquid ingredients. So that way this acts like our pot. So as we cut the ingredients, you know, we have mangoes to cut, we have oranges, we have lime and lemon and pineapple. This can start the infusion process. I'm gonna add our honey. Hope you guys can see this. Look at that. Man, it is nothing wrong with your honey being clouded. And I'm gonna put a link in the description on the honey that I use, my favorite honey. With the sea salt. get some help. And so it's going to be tricky. So with the cloves, because you don't want anybody chewing or you don't want anybody to actually drink this. So this is going to be very particular. It's good to use a cheesecloth, but we don't have a cheesecloth. So what we're going to do, this is going to take some work, but we got this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That guy don't make it. We have 10 cloves. Now, if you don't want to do that, then you just invest in some cheesecloth. Cheesecloth is like a tea bag, you know, and what it does is it allows for you to get the flavor out. Actually, I have an idea. What we use for tea, or what I use for tea, I can use for this. So what we'll do is we have our cloves in here. It's what you use for whole tea leaves. And we'll pop that in there. Wow, new idea. Also, we'll add our blueberries. Let those start cooking down. And we'll add our cranberries. Let those start cooking down. Oh, it's gonna be amazing. They just start popping. And we'll add our water. Okay, so we have our bath started, right? The sangria is on its way. We have the cranberries in there, cinnamon sticks. We found our found use for our tea infuser or diffuser. I still got to figure out what this is the technical term. This is where our cloves are sitting in. Sea salt. So now let's start cutting up some of the actual fruit. Now we don't want seeds and stems, not because they don't add to the medicinal properties of this sangria or this elixir, but we don't want people, you know, choking on the seeds or the stems. So we want to remove that. And the good thing about the apples, not just the fiber that we find in the skin, and also as I'm talking here, don't forget this is a drink. It's a sangria. It's served really warm or hot. So even though we're cooking each one of these ingredients, they're gonna shrink. We still don't want to start them off too big. So this is about a good size. And just pop them right in. Right in there. They're gonna cook down. If you guys remember the applesauce recipe. All right, next, when it comes to the lemon, this gets a little tricky. So, I don't know if as a kid, the lemon is already sour. However, the rind, I guess the outer membrane of in between the rind and the pulp is really bitter. That's actually I don't even think that's bitter. It's just straight up nasty. So we don't, if we can help it, we don't want to include too much of that in there. So 2 ways you could do this. Make sure to get those seeds out. Now, when I'm doing this, I'll be honest with you guys, I just cube these bad boys up and I just put it all in there. However, I separate the pulp from the actual rind and the membrane here, mostly because I like how the pulp cooks down. And it's easier to drink that way. But I do put a couple of pieces in like that. And mind you, we're not going to be cooking it so hot. So we won't have to worry about this nastiness seeping into our sangria or elixir. So I said there's 2 ways. So you can wedge it and you could just cut it straight up just like that. You could do that as well. We do that with our water. You know, you add lemon slices, but you know, we're going to do another video on that, the benefits of lemon, and it'll shock you on where the true benefit of the lemon, where it's at. You know, we think it's the juice, which has some good properties, but there's another star of the show. I know the recipe calls for 3, but we're going to alter that, and we're just going to do the 2. And one of these we're just going to do the pulp, and the other one we're going to just use the juice. And you see, I do this to catch the seed. If you have a juicer or you have a more fancier gadget that can do this, more power to you. But if you don't, then this works just as fine. You see, the seeds are coming right in there. The juice is coming out the bottom, the seeds in the top. We put that to the side. Now for the lime, we're going to use half of the juice. I guess the seeds are in the other half there. Oh, did I put away my bowl? And this one we're going to slice into cubes. It's such a beautiful, beautiful drink, elixir, sangria. So many colors, so festive. And as you're drinking it, you just know it's doing the job. You really do. It's a very comforting item. Starting to feel congested, starting to feel like your throat is scratchy. There's a lot of properties in here. Medicinal properties, a lot of antioxidants. Squeeze that, then put it in there. That helps fight and rid some of the illnesses that we deal with, especially when it gets to the winter season. And I know we have COVID going around. This is flu season. A lot of stuff is trying to invade the body, including stress. I think we forget about stress. All right, so now with the second orange, I think you guys got it by now. We're going to just use the juice. Now, a technique to get more juice out of, let's say, a lime or an orange or a lemon is before you cut into it, and I've already done this, you roll it. You roll it on each side. Mind you, imagine other halves on. And you just roll it, and you roll it, and you roll it, and that starts to loosen up the pulp. So then that way when you squeeze, you get a lot more juice. All right, awesome. Let's get this out the way. All right, now for the hard parts. Yeah, even as a chef, there's certain challenges we face when it comes to cutting and prepping. Let's write this down one time. All right, for the grapefruit, I'm gonna use half. Get that seed up. And this one, we're only gonna use the pulp because this rind is very unforgiving. So I'm gonna cut it in a way that I can cut the pulp off like that. Mind you, that will break down, so don't worry about the size of that. But you do want to get it in a manageable way that you can cut. Mind you, they always say cut away from your hand, as I still cut towards my hand. Get that in there. Cut this down. If you don't feel as comfortable with a knife like I do, then go ahead and use a spoon and scoop it out of the middle. And I'll show you exactly what I mean. Let's just finish this one here. Actually, we're only using the juice. So, what you would do, you would just make sure the seed is out. And then you would just scoop it out, just like that. And you'll watch for seeds. Like that's a seed. Get that out of there, and you just go like this. Now, mind you, we're not using the pulp for this. We're just using the juice. So let's squeeze that out. And don't worry, I know your pot looks like it's getting crowded. That's what you want. It's a party. It's at max capacity. That's exactly what you want because it's going to start cooking down. I'm telling you, this smell is amazing. And let's just squeeze the rest of this. We can scoop some of the pulp off. That's if you're not comfortable with the knife. All right, that's that. Mango. So I'm still learning the best way. And I didn't grow up on an island, you know, still trying to learn the best way to do a mango. I've seen people cut the skins down like that, all the way around, and then peel it back. I've seen a couple of different ways. However, the mango has to be ripe, because if it's too hard, it's hard to process. So let's see. So far, so good. So far, so good. I know people who grew up around mangoes are probably looking at me like, oh my God, he is butchering the mango. Please forgive me, y'all. All right, and if you don't feel comfortable cutting it that way, then you can cut it this way. That way you're cutting it away from your hand. See how we're doing that? All right, so now let's just process half of this. So what we'll do is we'll cut until it gets to the pit in the middle. Then we'll just cut down. There we go. And twist it this way, get some more of that. And you'll do that for both sides of your mango. It's slippery, so be careful. You can lay it on a flat surface. And you just want to cut around. All right, now all we're gonna do is cut around. We don't want the skin on. We don't need it. Plus, when you're drinking this sangria, this elixir, it's really cool when you can bite and eat the fruit and the ginger. Like when you get a good bite, you know, you're sipping it, it's nice and warm, and you can smell it. It's like effervescent. I think I said that right. It's pretty cool because you know you're getting the full benefits. Watch your fingers, you all. You're getting the benefits of the ginger. Cut that down. There you go. Nice little sizes. It doesn't have to be too small. Something like that. Awesome. It's trying to slip up on me. Perfect. So we're gonna do, that's actually gonna be enough ginger. As you all, you may know, you may not know, ginger has a very spicy bite. It bites back. You bite it, it will bite you back. So you don't need a lot of it. And last but not least, some pineapple. We're not using all this pineapple. We're just going to use a little bit of the pineapple, and we'll save the rest for a rainy day. At the bottom, we got this right here. As you may know, the core is in the middle, so we're just going to cut around the core. Out of that whole pineapple, this is all we're going to use. I know, right? I was going to cut it before I did the video, but you know, I wanted to show you guys another video where I cut the pineapple. A lot of people are intimidated of fresh pineapples. They look at it, it says big, it's prickly. Where do I start? You know, so I'll try to cut pineapples on camera or any difficult produce, so that way you guys can get familiar. This is what the inside looks like, you know? Like jackfruit, you know? You look at a jackfruit and you're just like, oh my gosh, what is going on with this? What is this? Is it a dinosaur egg? Like, but you know, Mother Earth has a lot of great amazing, fun foods that she offers us for good health and overall well-being. All right, so we're gonna cut those up into little pieces, and that's it. We done. We finished the prep part. Now we're just gonna let this sit and simmer down for a good 25 to 30 minutes. That gives the cinnamon enough time to truly wake up. Our cloves are in here. We're just gonna give it a little stir and we're all set. That's all you need, just like that. And we're gonna put our lid on. And just get the rest of this to our stainless steel bowl. Smells amazing. So, go Army. Oh man, I told you all I was not feeling good. There's something about this sangria, this holy sangria, my elixir, that once I start smelling it, and that's one thing you're gonna notice all throughout this place, you smell the cinnamon, you smell citrus, you can smell the cranberries, and it already starts to put you in like a ease, like a comfort, like your body's already starting to repair itself. That's the thing, trust me. That's why essential oils and diffusers are really beneficial, because smell actually is one of those channels that does help with the immunity. But yeah, let's get into it. Usually I sit down, but we're just gonna knock it out right here. First and foremost, even this is served warm, so even as I'm sipping it, just all the smell just coming straight into my nose, already clearing up stuff in there. The taste, I mean, it's not too sweet, it's not too sour, it's a perfect balance, and you know that with each sip, you're feeling better. So remember, health is wealth, and I'm just here to make sure you're getting paid. Until next time, yum on, and wishing you and your family good health, especially during this holiday season and this winter season. A lot of people getting flus, getting cold, COVID is real. Just be safe, protect yourself, protect your family, and I hope you try out this elixir. Tell me what you think. Holy sangria. Take care, guys.